Alright, so tonight's dream, so we went to a movie, no, we went to a mall, and it was huge. The mall was enormous. And how the mall worked was that the floor that you entered on was actually the top floor, and then it just went down into the earth. And the top floor was all like very, very luxurious. And then as you went down, it got progressively more and more cheap, like less and less luxurious. And like when you got to the very bottom floor, it was basically like below dollar store items. It was like you're stepping into the abyss. Um, but yeah, it was like several floors. Each floor of the mall was representing like a class or like a price range. And the how you got to the bottom floor real quick is that you basically got on this roller coaster ride. You just went straight down to the very bottom. Anyways, while we were there, we found this video, which was basically a compilation of like a whole bunch of like old VHS tapes and videos, commercials, and informational material. And on that DVD that was full of like commercials that looked like they were from VHS tapes, one of them was for the mall that we were in, and it opened up with these two boys in the woods. They were playing, and it had a shot of the very, very basement where the employees would all enter. All these like people from like all these walks of life would come down this river, and there were like rows and rows of people that were dressed up like Pac-Man, and they would jump up on these like little moving metal bars in order to get up onto the second floor. Like they didn't use stairs; they had to like actually jump up onto these bars and swing themselves like a trapeze artist onto the second floor. It was really cool, actually. Then my sister mentioned that she knew of this commercial before because she was in a play based off of this person, and she even knew like the song that was playing in the background. And then she mentioned that there was going to be a movie, like a modern day movie that's based off of this person's life, and this person was going to be played by, I can't remember his name now, but it's the guy from The Fly, Jeff Goldblum. It was going to be Jeff Goldblum as a starring role and not as a supporting character, and it was going to be almost like a musical type of movie. It was going to be like inside the imagination of this guy. But it's a sad story because this project of this mall was like his dream, and he died before it was completed, and he died. He like progressively transitioned into female, and then she passed away before she could finish her dream of making this store, of making this mall. Then we moved on from that somehow to a Simpsons clip. It was like a clip from The Simpsons where like, I think Homer and Maggie were trying to kill themselves, and they sat in their car in this big room that was in Shane Dawson's house, and then another car flew through the window and splattered them all over the place. And then I was there and I started like profusely vomiting and profusely pooping uncontrollably, and it was just disgusting. It was like an emergency situation. I had to like run to a trash can. It was really embarrassing. And then Shane Dawson, who was there, of course, was like, "How'd you know that? Um, how'd you know that I had lining in that trash can? And also, what the hell is going on?" And I don't think I had a response because I was still vomiting.